Hello, if you're watching this video, you are looking at my 1997 Dodge Ram 1500 with about 101,500 miles on it. And so this is a quick overview of the truck. I bought it about a couple months ago, and it was in pretty good shape. For the most part, needed a U-joint, so we put the U-joint in, muffler, and just a couple of little odds and ends, tune up, spark plugs. But when I bought this truck, it ran great, and still does. I put about 1,000 miles on it, and I figured out that it's just a little too small for my needs. So this truck does come with the plow. It's got an 8.5-foot Meyer plow that you see in the pictures. It does function and work 100%, up and down, left and right. Taking it on and off is time consuming a little bit too, so that's another reason why we're selling it. But if you're looking for a great little driveway plow truck and you just put that on for the winter time, you can keep it there. So overall, in pretty good shape. There's no spare tire, bought it that way. Call it weight reduction, if you will. But other than that, it is in good shape. There's a couple leaks, I'm trying to sell an honest truck here, so a couple leaks. It's, there's the muffler we threw on there. We bought this from a 22-year-old kid who bought it from the original owner, who was his boss. I think this was a lot truck. The kid plowed for a winter, said he hated it, wanted to buy rims for his new truck, so this is how we got this thing. So a couple leaks. Valve cover gaskets leak a little bit, I know that. This seal back here in the axle leaks a little bit. Down here, it's a little rusty, but not crusty. I'm just gonna fire this thing up real quick, and all I've done to drive it today is moved it from right there in that spot to right here, just so I can film it. My guys were out mowing with it the other week, so there's still some gas cans and things in here. We'll clean all that out. So this truck does have 101,494 miles on it. So it'll have 150,000 when you get it home. And so I installed a brand new brake controller. Works 100%. This is for the plow setup. With the headlight on and off, you can switch your headlights from the plow to the truck. So all of that works. It came with this cool little glove box thing. The dashboard has some cracks in it, but it's still there, and as long as that doesn't bother you. It's a 1997. The headliner you saw in that photo has some, it's if you really wanted to glue it or rip it all the way down, but it's it's coming apart a little bit, but for 97, overall not bad. What is nice is these vinyl seats are in really good shape. There is that typical little tear there that maybe a small piece of duct tape would look okay. I'm not going to do anything with it. The seat slides up and forward and backward just fine. You can store a bunch of stuff back there. Old reliable crank windows work all the way down, all the way up. You can see my other trucks in the background there. Oh yeah, let me fire it up. Whoop, there's my fingers. Okay, so there's a check engine light on. I think that's par for the course. So you can see it starts right up. Overdrive works. I have noticed that this truck does like to have the engine and transmission warmed up a little bit before driving it. We towed a landscape rig. The headlights turn on and off and work. I'll turn on turn signals too. And she runs really healthy. It's only got 101,000 on it. So yeah, turn signals work, headlight works, headlight turn signal. I'll pop the hood in just a moment. You know, it's got that nice little, this is the smaller of the V8s. It's got the 5.2, and I think that's why we're, you know, it's just too small for us. But yep, so yeah, turn signal works, taillights are on, turn signal works, taillights are on. I'll pop this hood real quick. I'll keep it running. You know, you can see the temperature is still cool, so I haven't screwed with it, and you can see that check engine light is on there. That does go off and on. You know, like I said, I put about 1,000 or so miles on it, maybe 2,000 miles on it, and it came on, you know, here and there, maybe once every 2 weeks, and then it goes away for a week, and then back on for a week, back off for a week, kind of thing. So this is the 5.2 V8. She runs really, really healthily. It does have a couple little leaks on the valve cover gaskets, but overall super clean. Newer alternator, newer serpentine belt. I did the U-joint, put in a new steering stabilizer. Oh, I'm sorry, not the stabilizer. We did I did the new swing arm. I can't remember. It does need a radiator. Now this has never overheated on me, but you'll see when it gets warm that this here pipe, you know, it does get expanded up, and it pushed the frame up. But like I said, I've driven it 2,000 miles. I drove it home up I-84 all the way from basically Danbury to north of Hartford, and with the plow on it, with no overheating problems at all. So I just haven't gotten around to change it, but I'll tell you what, if somebody comes here full price and doesn't negotiate anything, I'll put a new radiator in this truck for you. Battery is in good shape. I don't know a date on it. Let's see. You know, like I said, just being honest here, I'm just, you know, it's been a good truck overall. You know, oh yeah, here's a spark plug. Isn't that funny? So like I said, just being honest, just trying to sell the thing, get it off our hands, trying to get into our to a bigger truck. So yeah, I don't know what the date on is, but it's never given me a problem starting up, shutting down. You know, the plow wiring's in good shape. Oh, I'm sorry, this is for the brake controller. That's all brand spanking new. You know, wired up really, really nicely, done professionally. Here, let me show you I did have to, this truck had absolutely no towing capabilities. There was absolutely no receiver on it, so I picked up this Curt Class 5, which is completely overkill, like insanely, ridiculously overkill for this truck. In fact, the rings are so big I had to add these on just to get my hooks on my landscape trailer to hook onto this thing. So this truck will break before this. And then brand new 7-way, like I said, brand new, you know, from like Napa and all that. So, you know, pretty nice setup. Wheels are, so, oh yeah, I have brand new tires. Here, you know what, I guess we're giving you a little shop tour. So I just bought these, you know, it's Memorial Day weekend, so I just picked these up yesterday, and I just haven't had time to bring them down to my mechanic. But 4 brand spanking new tires, that are the tires on the truck. These are Sumitomo, you know, whatever, brand spanking new. They're good, but the tires that are on here are also good. They just don't match. So they match in size, but they don't match in brand, and the tread's a little bit different. So 3 out of the 4 tires are the same. This one, the right one, and the right front are the same, and then this one's just different. Just got a different tread on it. So, you know, if you want to buy a rim and have this as a spare, I guess, or whatever, you know, I got 4 brand new tires that are going with this truck. You know, as long as the price is right. If not, then you know, I'll just return them. Original mirrors, I've noticed that they are loose, and as you're driving, they self-adjust. So, you know, might want to get some mirrors for it or whatever, just drive it around like that. But this thing's a fantastic bomb around town, or go hunting, go fishing, take it out on the weekend. You know, it comes with that plow that I think has been on there for a while, like maybe a couple years or maybe a year or two. So I don't think that it was really abused that hard. And you know, I think the kid was only doing a couple of driveways, and I wouldn't really suggest doing much more than that with this truck. It is a good running truck. I tow you know, a landscaping rig with this, you know, for the last couple thousand miles for a few months here, and it did just fine up and down hills and everything else. So just a good running truck. So this is a little 10-minute video of what it's about before you have to come out here and, you know, risk this whole COVID thing or whatever, if you're afraid of all that stuff. You know, just trying to be honest and show you all you know, what you're buying. So if you have any questions or anything else, you've already contacted me if you're watching this video. So reach out to me again if you need to. I'm going to be asking $3,500 with the plow and the tires and everything you see in this video that we talked about. I'm going to clean out my stuff and that's it. So it comes with 2 sets of keys and everything you see here. So it has a fresh oil change from a couple miles ago, so you can literally just drive this home, register it, and bop around, start bopping around town, or go make some money with it. If you're starting a landscaping company, boom, right there. This thing will make you like 75 G's this year if you want, if you do it right. So anyways, that's it. Enjoy.